Welcome back to UnCloned 10. My name is Audria Richmond and I am your marketing and launch strategist. I am so excited that you have decided to join me for this 10-part video series. Now, if you've been tuning into this 10-part series, welcome. But if this is your first time and you're like, oh my goodness, I missed the first 6 parts, what do? All you gotta do is click the link in the description and it'll bring you up to speed. Now, in this video, we're gonna be talking about when the perfect knowledge is too late. Yes. Have you ever discovered something, but it was too late? It was like really, really good, but it was too late. So before I really get into this, I want to talk about how, in the previous video, we talked about me getting into technology. We talked about me becoming a photographer. We talked about me becoming a flight attendant and all of this good stuff. And we talked about me having a magazine. We talked about the Juice Me Baby company. But I have like a really hardcore fact that you have to know. All of those businesses were epic fails. Not in the sense of what they were, but like how I was able to grow those businesses. One thing that I did not know or did not have the capacity to really understand at the time was how important marketing was. So I would always like start a business, close a business, start a business, close a business. And the reason I was doing that was because I felt like, man, nobody liked that idea. Let me scratch that off the list. Let me try another one. Nope, nobody liked that one. Let me scratch that off the list. And I misconstrue growth with not knowing marketing. And so a lot of the time small business owners come to me and they say, oh my goodness, I'm not getting any clients. I'm not getting any customers. And the truth is, it's all about marketing. Like the number one reason why 99.9% of the small business owners that's out there are not getting the business they want is because of marketing. And that was my story a couple of years ago. And so at this time, all of my businesses pretty much hit a hard place. And it was time to get a job. Like I was getting pink notices. I really wasn't making a whole lot of money. And I kind of got introduced to the online space. And when I got introduced to the online space, I was learning all of this new stuff. I read these really amazing books around developing your business and growing and scaling your business. And I remember at this time that I was kind of like watching and reading all of these different blogs and looking at all of these YouTube videos, and people were talking about making 6 figures and they were talking about making money online. And I'm like, okay, how is people even doing this? Is this stuff even legal? And so I remember learning all of these things and like getting curious about it and like, okay, I'm reading this book. They said, all you got to do is do this, 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 and this. Do this stuff really work? Now think about it. Now, sometimes we get information and we get knowledge and we say this is too good to be true. 99.9% of the time it is some trash, okay? But for the most part, you have to be curious, and we talked about that in a previous video. Being curious really sets you up for success because, if you're curious just a little bit, if you're risky just a little bit, this doesn't mean go out and spend your entire life savings to try something new. But I was indeed curious about this online marketing space. And so at this time, it was really too late to kind of deploy that knowledge. So it was time to get a job. And so the lesson here is, just because you don't believe it, don't mean it's worthless or should not be tried. So what am I saying? If you have some knowledge, right, and you get access to the perfect knowledge and it's too late, don't be afraid to try those things. Don't be afraid to read up on those things. Don't be afraid to explore the options and opportunities around that knowledge and information, because had I allowed my belief to think that it was not something that was possible, I wouldn't even be here talking to you today around how magical things are going to be. So in the next 2 videos, we're going to talk about how I traded good for great. And in the last video, we're going to talk about, actually, we got 3 more videos. So, because this is part 7, but in the next couple of videos, we're going to talk about trading good for great. We're going to talk about when profitability and individuality crash. You're going to really enjoy that one. And then in the last video, we're going to talk about how it's winning season and how to live an uncloned life. But I really want to kind of prep your mind for the next couple of videos, because I'm going to be sharing some things that may be it's not a society norm. Okay. And I just want to make sure that you are aware of that before we jump into these next 3 videos, because, we're coming on down the stretch and I really want you to kind of think about your mindset around money. I want you to think about your mindset around what society has doomed as this wrong or right type of thing. And so I can't really wait to tell you that. But sometimes you can get knowledge and your knowledge can be too late. But just because it's late doesn't mean you can't try it, or just because it don't seem believable that you shouldn't do it. So I can't wait to see you in the next video. And if you want to continue this series with us, all you got to do is click the link in the description and you'll be good to go. So thank you so much for watching this 10-part video series. I'll see you tomorrow in part 8. Have an amazing day. Peace out.